So basically in this video, it's kind of like an introduction, but like explaining like a gallery of what the next videos in this series will be about.
Turn back the clock, I just want 5 more minutes. I hate to see you go and I'll admit 5 more minutes, 'cause I don't know.
So basically I will have a podcast set up. A lot of traffic right now. But basically I'll have a podcast set up and I'll have my guest stars. We'll talk about young adult life. We'll talk about freaking probably not so much politics. But really what it is, just growing up and what comes next. What all of our plans are so different, you know. Everybody comes from a very different background, a very different way of thinking. So I'm just gonna get a bunch of young adults together basically, and we're gonna discuss. And if you guys want to discuss with us in the comments, that will be amazing, off the wall. I'll have music artists that I know on this podcast. I'll have other artists that I know on this podcast. I'll have probably hangout podcast vlogs, and it's gonna be a good hangout time basically, and I would really like for y'all to be a part of that. If you would like to subscribe. But it'll be a really fun time, and maybe even in the near future or the far future, whatever, I'll have different artists and different people coming to my podcast to discuss. It will probably be like a travel pod. So it will be in different locations, but it's going to be off the wall fire. So you guys should definitely join. I'm still getting used to this content creating thing because people are walking past and I have like this camera. Like, they can't see my camera, but I'm just sitting here and my light's like all bright and it looks like I'm talking to myself, but it's, it's off the wall fine. But also, since this is like a little pod clip, I just want to say that I got my first order from a painting. So I have a painting TikTok where I just strictly paint. I like all my painter friends mutuals on there. They're pretty cool. But so I was just painting one day and someone commented and was like, "Hey yo, let me buy that painting." And bless her heart, she's like a reoccurring customer. That's what I was about to say. She is someone that just requested another painting from me, and this is really just, it's so crazy. All you have to do is just put yourself out there, really, or just hang out with yourself online. You don't even have to make it public for other people. Like, just expressing yourself in any way is a good motion to go, really, because now I have two painting orders, and I just made X amount of dollars, and it's really blessing me up with my creativity and, my bank account or whatever. But really, you can start anything. You can do anything. All you have to do is just turn on the camera, and like, there's people, expressing themselves, and I mean, if that's your thing, making money online faceless. Like, you really just have to start. You have to put yourself out there, and I might just be jibber jabbering, but I started in basically January, mid-February is when I really started taking like all this stuff serious, and I've made X amount of money. I haven't even put it together off of just TikTok. And now I'm like expanding to Instagram and YouTube, and I have all kinds of different faces online. I have business, personal, and like my art, so you can be, not so much be anybody you want, but express yourself in all different kinds of ways. If you don't want to, you don't have to tell anybody in your personal life. It's strictly for you. It's your phone. You pay for the phone, that's your business. I just got spoons because but expressing yourself is certainly something that you have to do, especially as a young adult, and that is what these next couple series of videos will be about, is a bunch of young adults expressing themselves and how it's okay to express yourself and be yourself, and how it's hard growing up in, I don't know, small town. You know, I'll have all kinds of different walks of life, you know, older, younger, probably. You know, like my grandma has some really good stories that I would like to share with y'all and carry on her. I just posted that painting, just me painting, and I got 3 orders in almost a span of 2 weeks, you know, and that's just the start of something that could become big. I could be Picasso, and I keep saying that, but words are power, you know. It makes sense of right now. You know, you don't ever want to wish or say silly things over yourself or over your life. Like, I'm not good enough, or I don't think I could do that, or I can't. Like, why the hell not? Like, why can't you do that? You can literally do anything you want. And the people that are big and thousandaires and millionaires, they were freaking delusional. That's how they got there, you know? Nobody is working a job at a desk and they're like, I'm gonna be the next NBA All-Star. There's the NBA All-Stars, they was skipping work to play ball, and now look at where they're at, you know? I'm not saying any distinct story, but anything can, especially now with the economy, and it says that they're not hiring us no more, you know, and already things are hella expensive and people are already working 2-3 jobs, you know, all these side hustles and stuff. So might as well try and put in and work for yourself, you know? Like, there's so much money in the world to go around. Work for yourself, basically, is what I was trying to say. Work for yourself, put in for yourself. Those 40 hours that you're working for those freaking companies that will let you go. Literally, I heard this story. This lady worked at this factory warehouse place for like her whole life, 32 years or some. And she pointed out she was loyal to them motherfuckers for 30 some years. And she pointed out, and they fired her. They don't care, bro. They don't care. They just need you to work. They need you to work, and you need the money. That's why it's easy. You know, it's not easy to put yourself out there and fail. You know, it's not easy to put yourself on the internet and let everybody judge you. It's scary, but why not? You know, because I'll have these videos forever. My stamp will be here for however long YouTube is kicking, you know? So why not? I have the time. I just don't understand why they make it so difficult. Like, you need to get this job. If you don't do, they don't cooperate. They need you to work like worker bees, like a bee. Whole point of this video was was to basically say to stay tuned for more discussion videos, and I will be getting way better at discussing on camera myself. You know, it's all a process. Everybody starts from zero, no experience. No one told a millionaire how to be a millionaire unless they came from millionaires, you know, but you know, high chance of that. I'm gonna wrap this video up. Hopefully y'all come back, subscribe, like this video, comment. Stay tuned. I'm not very sure what the first pod will be about, but you know, that's the point of content calendars and whatnot. Now I'm just trying to be real. Work for yourself, work on yourself. What else are you doing? You know, don't be a hater of yourself. Don't speak false lies, you know, false dreams. Don't say you can't. Why can't you do it? You know, get better at it. Not freaking, you know, The Rock wasn't always The Rock. And I'm gonna end it there because that was a good one. Yeah. Later, peeps.